Hey y'all, it's Christy. Yes, got my glasses. Another tip, make sure you bring at least a couple extra pairs. So if you lose, break, or whatever, it doesn't interfere with your training. You don't have to stop and, find somewhere to get a new pair made or have to deal with any of that. Anyway, today I am now a prime student driver, no longer in orientation. Now we're out in the yard and still doing some sim classes, having to deal with hazards, stuff like that. Not really too much different. Just still have to keep warm, keep energy level up. Not anything too much different. Some people did go off with trainers. Um, Usually they try to match you up with a trainer and get you on the road right away to kind of learn some of this stuff, but um, because there's so many of us and some of the trainers haven't been back from the holidays yet, some of us had to stay local, which that was okay for me because I actually still stay in the hotel room. I'm not um, having to sleep in a top bunk of a, a truck, which I've actually done before because I have a friend who does it, and I went on a ride with her to kind of see if this was something that I would really be interested in doing, because it is different lifestyle, definitely. And you run and run and run, but you do get your rest. There are, the hours that you do rest, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the trip that I had with her. But like I say, definitely as you're out here, the classes are really only from 7 to 3, and you do get plenty of rest. You have time to rest. Just make sure you do it. And like I said, eat well. Um, Make sure you have the proper things to keep you comfortable, whether it's hot out or whether it's cold out. Like I said, they have shuttles that will take you to go pick up whatever necessities you need to get. And this being the 5th day, and tomorrow they no longer feed us. Well, yep, I went shopping and got all the stuff that I like to eat and that's healthy and won't make me feel sluggish or anything like that. They also have like a Prime store too. So if, like, um, say it's winter and your jacket just isn't warm enough or your shoes aren't comfortable enough, they do have supplies there. The prices are very reasonable, so you can buy things there also. On the 5th day, was it after 5 p.m.? That's when they refund the orientation fee that you used to hold your spot. And then they put the $200 on if you went that route with your trainer, not your trainer, I'm sorry, your recruiter. Make sure you've talked to your recruiter. You understand everything, that they're going to reimburse you for travel expenses, or if they're going to do the $200 a week, it's an interest-free loan. So if funds are kind of tight, I would definitely use that, because that will help you to buy your groceries or any little necessities you might need. And like I said, it's interest free, and you only pay $25 back a week from your paycheck, so it's not really a big dent or anything. Other than that, again, out in the yard, going over all the components over and over again. Um, if you need a mental break, take it. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I feel like my head was going to explode. So I would just walk around, take a deep breath, just clear my mind. Then when I felt ready, start over again. Maybe pair up with somebody and ask them to quiz you. Even if you weren't ready to, pass the test, starting the quiz, it gets you in the habit of doing it a certain way. So that way you're little by little, repetitively adding the next thing on and adding the next thing on. And next thing you know, you're starting to run through the whole thing, and you know what you're doing. You know where your parts are. You know whether it's cracked, bent, or broken. You know whether it's has no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. You know all this stuff because you've been saying it over and over and over again. um, don't hesitate to ask someone to practice with you, because usually there's others looking to practice with someone too. So, might as well help each other out, get through the class faster, get your license, get on the road. But if you do happen to be one of those that do get with a trainer and you don't stay local, you can ask for another woman driver if you don't feel comfortable with the man. They'll let you go out with a male driver. From what I've heard, for the most part, usually the guys are very respectful. I've heard situations where, the guy would let the female know that, okay, I'm getting dressed right now. Are you ready? Are you dressed yet? And wouldn't move from his bunk until he was sure that she was decent and comfortable, And they realize we have, well, I still have anyway, female issues sometimes when it's that time of the month. I wish it went away already, but some of us still do, and they realize that. They know they have to deal with it. It's not something new to them. So, you don't have to blurt it out if you don't want to, but don't be shy to say you need a personal stop. Other than that, getting in and out of a bunk, especially if you're sleeping in the top bunk, because when you're on the road with the trainer, he's only driving when you can drive. He's not going to let you drive when he's sleeping. You're not going to do the team thing. That's not till what they call TNT training. That's when you actually have your license. When you're still trying to get your license and you happen to go on the road with them, they will stay up with you until it's pretty much time to shut down. They've run out of hours for the day to drive. You'll drive for part of it, and it'll take a while for you to get used to a full day of driving a truck. It'll be very nerve-wracking in the beginning. It'll be very tiring in the beginning. So they're going to ease you into it. They won't expect you to drive for like 8 hours the first day you get behind the wheel. They'll assume that maybe a couple hours tops if you're lucky, because you'll be gripping that wheel so hard and just getting your nerves all shot up. But on the road, I've heard a lot of good things about it too. And like I said, sleeping on that top bunk, it's a little challenging. There is one step that you can use and then another step before that, but then you kind of hoist yourself up there. So take your time. Make sure you wear good shoes, nothing that's going to make you slip or anything like that. You don't want to have any accidents or falls. Other than that, can't really say there was anything much new. Like I said, it was a lot of repetition, going over the engine compartment and going over the coupling and just making sure we know all the parts of the engine, all the parts of the truck, all the parts of the trailer. That's pretty much for today, pretty much it. So I'm going to get some rest because I'm tired. It was freezing cold, and I'm so glad I bought all the things that I bought to keep me warm. Catch you guys tomorrow.